The mid-sized 7-seat four-wheel drive wagon market presents us with an interesting mix of vehicles. On the one hand, you've got cars like the Toyota Kluger, Mazda CX-9 and Kia Sorento, which are soft-duty vehicles and really popular with families. But then at the other end, you've got the Toyota Prado, which outsells most of them, and that's off-road capable for proper four-wheel drive. Since Mitsubishi killed off its full-size Pajero last year, the Prado's really got that market to itself. And Mitsubishi's put all its eggs in one basket with the smaller Pajero Sport. Now that competes with vehicles like the Isuzu MU-X, the Toyota Fortuner and the Ford Everest. Here this week we've got the Toyota Fortuner Crusade up against the Mitsubishi Pajero Sport Exceed. Now that's the top spec version of both vehicles. They're both around the 60k mark. These are both luxury SUVs that are popular with the market. So hang around to the end to see which one we throw our 60k at. The current Pajero Sport was launched back in 2015, but it received a midlife upgrade in 2020. This included updated styling inside and out, plus some extra features such as a power tailgate and remote operation via a phone app. The Pajero Sport only comes with a one-engine option, which is a 2.4 litre diesel engine backed by an 8-speed automatic transmission. That engine makes 133 kilowatts and 430 newton metres of torque. There's no manual gearbox available with the Pajero Sport, and they're all drive. That four-wheel drive system is Mitsubishi's proven Super Select 2 system, which gives the driver two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive permanent, four-wheel drive high range and four-wheel drive low range. So it's a proper off-road transfer case. The Pajero Sport also has selective drive modes for driving in snow, sand, mud or gravel roads. The Exceed is the top model of the 4-tier Pajero Sport range, which includes variants with 5 or 7 seats. The Exceed is priced from $59,990 drive away for private buyers. As part of the 2020 midlife upgrade, Mitsubishi bolstered the Pajero Sport safety kit, adding autonomous emergency braking, radar cruise control, blind spot warning, lane change assist and rear cross traffic alert. This is added to the usual electronic traction control, ABS and electronic stability control. There is also what Mitsubishi calls its ultrasonic misacceleration mitigation system, which warns the driver if the car thinks he or she has accidentally pressed the accelerator instead of the brake pedal. The Pajero Sport Exceed only comes as a 7-seater, and as you see here, there's not a lot of room in the back for adults. It's okay for kids or adults on short trips. As the top model, the Pajero Sport Exceed does quite well on the luxury front. It's got leather on the steering wheel, on the gear shift, around the seats and doors, heated seats in the front row. They've also changed the console a bit, which is really wide and in the past had nowhere to put drinks or your keys or phone or anything. They've added a little cubby hole at the front, which is a little bit of an improvement there. You own a Toyota Fortuner or Mitsubishi Pajero Sport? Tell us about it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel now. The Fortuner Crusade is also the top spec model, although it's only a 3-model range for Toyota. It starts at $61,410 plus on-road costs, so already you're looking at a couple of grand over the price of the Pajero Sport Exceed. The Fortuner's upgrade came in September when Toyota upgraded its 2.8 litre engine. It's the same engine that appears in the Hilux and Prado models as well. A new cylinder head, new turbocharger and new fuel injection system has upped the performance of that engine to a class-leading 150 kilowatts and 500 newton metres. And you really feel that performance advantage when you're jumping from the Fortuner into the Pajero Sport. The Toyota's certainly got more pick up and go. The 2.8 litre diesel engine is only backed by a 6-speed automatic transmission with part-time 4-wheel drive. So it doesn't add that full-time 4-wheel drive option that the Pajero Sport has, which is a bit of a benefit on gravel roads or on tricky conditions. It's not only the acceleration where the Fortuner feels a bit more sporty. Its chassis is a lot tighter, a lot firmer and much better control. It's a more dynamic car to drive and less wallowy than the Pajero Sport. The third row has less headroom in the back and less knee room as well, but one advantage is that the second row seats can be slid forward and back to give you a little bit more leg room. From the driver's seat, it feels like the Fortuner Crusade does that luxury thing a little bit better. It's got a bigger screen for its sat-nav and audio-visual controls, leather across the dash tops, leather seat, steering wheel. The front seats are heated and there's only a simple switch with a single temperature mode for that. It has dual zone climate control, except that is front to rear and not driver-passenger separated. What these two 7-seat SUVs bring to the market is a pair of vehicles that are going to take the adventurous family a bit further than they would have gone in their Toyota Kluger or Mitsubishi Outlander. These vehicles are based on their respective utes with proper chassis underneath them, low range gearing in the transfer case, the sort of stuff that'll get you anywhere you want to go around Australia. As to which one's going to be right for you, well, that's going to be up to your personal preferences. If it's performance you're after, the Fortuner is certainly the winner here. With its 500 Newton meters on tap, it's got more urge, more performance anywhere you go. Every time you put your foot down, you really notice that. The Pajero Sport in that regard, it's a little bit lacking, but still sufficient. Once you get off-road, the Fortuner excels again. It went further than the Pajero Sport did up the hill, and its traction control will get you further every time. All this comes at a price. The Fortuner Crusade starts at $61,000 plus on-road costs, whereas for 60 grand, you can buy this top-spec Pajero Sport, drive away, no more to pay. So price comes into it there as well. Also, the Pajero Sport's got a few more safety features in it that the Fortuner is lacking. A bit more headspace in the back seat as well if you're going to be carrying passengers in that third row. So horses for courses, but both of these vehicles are great family off-roaders. As for where I'd spend my 60k, I'd scrounge around and come up with the extra money or find the best deal from the dealer and get the Toyota Fortuner, just for its extra performance and off-road ability.